Welcome to this deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
We're diving into ProDiabetics
Yeah.
and their approach to diabetes management.
Interesting stuff.
Super interesting.
Yeah.
We've got 3 articles by Patrick Pelagi,
Okay.
CEO of ProDiabetics,
Mm.
and his story and vision for the company are really captivating.
It's incredible how his personal experience as a type 1 diabetic is fueling this whole thing.
Right.
This isn't just like some tech company.
Yeah,
This is like a deep personal mission to make life better for people like him.
absolutely. And he really paints a vivid picture of what it was like
Yeah.
before continuous glucose monitors,
Yeah.
like having to manually track your blood glucose in a notebook
Yeah.
and wait for your doctor to analyze those handwritten logs.
Crazy.
Can you imagine?
It's like the dark ages of diabetes
Right.
management.
Yeah. And he shares a pretty intense story about a time when his blood sugar got so low
Oh, gosh.
that it actually affected his vision.
Wow.
Like he could barely see,
Oh, no.
even with his eyes closed.
That's terrifying.
Right. It really highlights the point that for people with type 1 diabetes,
Yeah.
low blood glucose isn't just a minor annoyance.
No.
It's a serious health risk.
Absolutely.
And it turns out he's not alone in his fears.
Right.
ProDiabetics did a survey of 361 type 1 diabetics.
Okay.
And the majority of them said they were super worried about those low blood sugar events.
So that's where ProDiabetics comes in.
Yeah.
They have this hypothesis.
Okay.
What if tracking the calories you burn during exercise alongside your blood glucose data could provide like a whole new level of insight?
I like that connection.
Yeah.
Why are those two things so important together?
Well, different types of exercise
Yeah.
use different fuel sources in our bodies.
Okay.
So like a high intensity sprint
All
is
right.
going to use different fuel than like a long, slow jog.
Right.
And those different fuel sources impact blood glucose in different ways.
I see.
Yeah.
So how does this play out for people with type 1 diabetes specifically?
Their bodies
Yeah.
don't have the same hormonal response to low blood glucose during exercise as people without diabetes.
Okay.
So if their blood sugar starts to drop during a workout,
Right.
their body might not be able to correct it as effectively.
And that puts them at a greater risk of those
Exactly.
complications.
Yeah.
So ProDiabetics is trying to create a safety net
Yeah.
by giving people better data and insights
Mm-hmm.
so they can minimize those risks.
Precisely. And they're leveraging technology that's already out there.
Oh, right.
Things like CGMs and
Yeah.
the Apple Watch,
The Apple Watch.
which a lot of type 1 diabetics are already using.
Probably because of features like the Dexcom CGM integration.
Yeah.
Smart move to build on something people are already comfortable with.
Totally. So let's dive into the heart of the matter,
Okay.
the ProDiabetics app.
Yes. What makes it stand out?
Well, one of the standout features is something called the vector.
The vector.
Yes. Imagine this.
Yeah.
You open the ProDiabetics app and you see a visual representation of your blood glucose trends.
So it's not just showing you a number.
Yeah.
It's giving you the whole picture.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
visual early warning system.
Yeah.
The vector combines the rate of change in your blood glucose
Mm-hmm.
with the estimated time to reach a low blood glucose level.
So it's not just about seeing where your blood sugar is right now.
Right.
It's about anticipating what might happen.
Exactly.
That's huge,
Yeah,
especially for someone who's experienced those scary lows.
for sure. But the app doesn't stop there.
What else?
There's the exercise analysis feature,
Okay.
and they've created 2 main types of analysis.
Okay.
Same exercise analysis and cross-exercise analysis.
Let's break those down.
Okay.
What's the same exercise analysis?
Think of it like a personalized logbook
Okay.
for your workouts and blood sugar responses.
Got it.
You can compare your blood glucose patterns during and after doing the same exercise multiple times.
Okay.
So let's say you're a runner. You could use this feature to see how your blood sugar trends during your typical 5-mile run.
So you can start to anticipate how your body will react
Right.
and adjust your insulin dosage or carb intake.
Exactly. And then you have cross-exercise analysis for people who like to mix things up.
So this is for seeing how your body reacts to different types of workouts.
Yeah. You can see the longer-term trends when you combine different types of exercise,
Okay.
like running, swimming, and cycling.
Wow. They've really thought of everything,
They have.
from the science to the user experience.
Uh-huh.
But what about privacy?
Good question.
Are they collecting all this sensitive health data?
That's where ProDiabetics takes a really strong stance. They are big on user privacy and control.
So they're not sending all my data to some giant server farm.
Nope.
Okay.
All the analysis happens locally on your iPhone.
Phew!
ProDiabetics isn't collecting or storing any of your sensitive health information on their servers.
That's a relief. What if I want to share my data with my doctor or coach?
You can.
Huh?
They have a feature that allows you to generate reports to share with anyone you trust.
It's like they found the perfect balance
Good.
between protecting privacy and making the data useful.
Yeah, but Patrick doesn't stop there.
There's more.
He has a bigger vision for the future of diabetes management.
Okay.
He wants to quantify insulin sensitivity.
Interesting.
Yeah. We've been talking about managing blood sugar, but insulin sensitivity is a key piece of that puzzle.
What is it exactly?
It basically tells you how effectively your body responds to insulin.
Okay. And how do people typically gauge their insulin sensitivity now?
Carb counting is the go-to for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
But even Patrick admits it has limitations.
Like what?
It doesn't account for things like how fast your body processes different carbs or your individual insulin sensitivity at any given time.
So he wants to move beyond those limitations.
Yes. He's working on something called an insulin sensitivity factor equation.
That's good to know.
It takes into account a bunch of factors.
So.
Carb intake, insulin dose, a rolling average of your carb to insulin ratio, and the change in your blood glucose.
Okay, so he's crunching all those numbers together to try to create a real-time measure of your insulin sensitivity.
Exactly.
Does it actually work?
It's still early,
Okay.
but he's seeing some intriguing findings.
Like what?
He's observed that insulin sensitivity increases with exercise,
Interesting.
and it varies throughout the day.
Huh. That makes sense. But to have the data to back it up
Yeah,
could really change things.
absolutely.
And this is just the beginning.
Right.
Patrick is already thinking about how things like sleep quality,
Yeah.
seasons, and even the menstrual cycle
Yeah.
might influence insulin sensitivity.
There's much potential there.
It's incredible. We've covered a lot already.
We have.
Patrick's personal story, the app's features, his vision for the future.
Yeah.
There's still so much more to explore.
Definitely. Let's keep diving.
Okay. You know, it's amazing to think that all this
Yeah.
started with Patrick's own experience as a type 1 diabetic.
Yeah, turning a challenge into something really transformative.
Yeah.
It's really inspiring.
And that commitment to real-world solutions is evident in how they're developing the app.
Yeah.
They're not just like holed up in a lab somewhere.
Yeah.
They're actively involving users.
AR.
What is this?
Like working with athletes
Yeah.
in the alpha group.
The alpha group,
Yeah.
who are basically beta testing the app, giving feedback.
Giving feedback to the developers.
Where-
It's such a smart strategy to
Yeah.
get real people using the app in their everyday lives.
Yeah.
Make sure it meets those needs.
Exactly.
Not just some clunky software
Right.
that's hard to use.
Yeah, it's like they're building a community around the app.
Totally.
A shared journey towards better diabetes management.
Yeah.
And speaking of user experience,
Yeah.
Patrick highlighted a few key features that he believes will make the app truly impactful.
Okay.
One that comes to mind is visualizing data from CGMs
Yeah.
right on your Apple Watch.
Right on your wrist.
Remember how we talked about
Yeah.
how many type 1 diabetics are already using Apple Watches?
So many.
Now imagine having all that CGM data right there.
Right there.
No need to constantly pull out your phone,
It would be a game changer,
especially for athletes
especially for athletes.
who are constantly on the move,
Yeah,
need to keep an eye on their blood sugar
absolutely.
during training.
And it's not just about seeing the numbers.
Right.
It's about understanding them.
Yeah.
ProDiabetics wants to give users the tools to analyze and interpret that data.
So they can become experts in their own bodies.
Exactly.
That reminds me, we're talking about
Yeah.
the same exercise analysis and the cross-exercise analysis.
Right.
Could you dive a little deeper into what those actually look like in the app?
Sure. Let's start with same exercise analysis. Imagine you're a runner.
Uh-huh.
You just finished your usual morning jog.
Okay.
You open up the ProDiabetics app, select that same exercise analysis feature,
Okay.
and it pulls up all your past runs
Got it.
and shows you how your blood glucose responded
Okay.
during and after each workout.
So you could see if you consistently
Yes,
experience a dip in blood sugar
you could.
30 minutes into your run
Exactly.
and then adjust accordingly.
Right.
Now, let's say you also enjoy swimming and cycling.
Okay.
That's where cross-exercise analysis comes in.
That's right.
So this is for seeing how your body reacts
Yeah.
to different types of workout.
Exactly. You could see how your blood sugar trends after a swim versus a bike ride.
So it's like a personalized guide
It is.
to understanding how your body responds.
Mhm.
I bet that would be so helpful
Yeah.
for athletes training for triathlons,
Oh, yeah.
where they need to manage their blood sugar over extended periods.
Absolutely.
Varying intensity.
ProDiabetics is taking a holistic approach,
Yeah.
recognizing that everyone's diabetes journey is unique.
And on top of all that,
Yeah,
they're committed to protecting user data.
they are.
I was so impressed
Mm-hmm.
to hear that all the data analysis happens locally on the iPhone.
Right there on your phone.
ProDiabetics isn't collecting or storing any sensitive information on their servers.
It's a big deal.
It is. In a world where our data is always up for grabs,
I know.
it's reassuring
It is.
to see a company taking privacy seriously.
Absolutely.
And even though they're prioritizing privacy,
Yeah.
they've also built in a feature
Right.
that lets you generate reports.
You can share them with your doctor.
A coach, whoever you want.
Yeah, it's the best of both worlds.
Control over your data,
Yeah.
but also the flexibility to share it when you need to.
Exactly.
It's a smart approach.
It is. And all of this,
Yeah.
the technology, the data analysis, the respect for user privacy, it all points to a larger mission. Empowering people with diabetes
Okay.
to take control of their health.
Not just being a passive patient,
You know?
but an active participant
Exactly.
in your own well-being.
That's what makes ProDiabetics so revolutionary.
Yeah.
Challenging the status quo.
Pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
But with all this focus on the app,
Yeah.
how does the Apple Watch interface actually work?
Good question.
What can you see right there on your wrist?
Think of it as a mini health dashboard
Okay.
right on your wrist.
But I'm a visual person. I need details.
All right.
Patrick mentioned 6 key indicators
He did.
that are displayed on the watch face. Walk me through those.
So picture this.
Yeah.
You're out for a run.
Uh-huh.
Your Apple Watch is on your wrist.
Got it.
You glance down.
Good.
Right there you see the angle.
The angle.
Remember how we talked about the vector?
Yeah.
How it shows you the direction and speed of your blood glucose trends? Well, the angle on your watch face gives you a quick snapshot.
So steeper angle
Yeah.
means my blood sugar is changing more rapidly.
That's right.
And I might need to take action.
Exactly, right next to the angle.
Yeah.
You see the estimated time in zone.
Estimated time and zone.
How long you're predicted to stay within your target blood glucose range?
Based on the current trends.
Yep.
Okay, so I could adjust my insulin
You could.
or grab a snack.
Exactly.
Right.
What else is on this mini dashboard?
Yeah, what else?
You have the estimated calories per hour burn.
Estimated calories per hour burn.
Useful for understanding how your activity level is impacting your blood sugar.
Okay.
Remember we talked about different exercise intensities
Uh.
using different fuel sources?
Right.
This indicator helps you see that connection.
Okay, so we've got the angle,
Yeah.
the estimated time and zone,
Mm-hmm.
and the estimated calories per hour burn.
What are the other three?
Yeah, what are the other 3?
You also see your current blood glucose. Okay.
And current heart rate.
Okay.
Like having a finger on the pulse.
So you
button.
can see your body's current state.
Exactly. And last but not least,
Okay.
there's an indicator that shows your cumulative calories burnt
Okay.
divided by cumulative distance completed.
Okay. That one sounds a bit more complex.
It is. It tracks your overall energy expenditure
Okay.
and efficiency during exercise.
So how many calories you're burning for
Yeah.
each unit of distance.
Exactly.
So if I'm a runner,
Yeah.
I could see how many calories I'm burning per mile
You got it. You could compare that across different workouts.
and see if I'm getting more efficient.
Exactly. It could also be helpful for understanding the impact of different types of exercise.
Okay.
You might burn more calories
Uh-huh.
during a hilly run,
Then a flat run.
even if the distance is the same.
It's amazing
Yeah.
how much information they fit onto that tiny screen.
It's incredible. It really highlights the potential of wearable technology
Yeah.
for diabetes management. But even with all this data and technology,
Yeah.
I think it's important to remember
Yeah.
that the human element is still at the heart of it all.
I agree. ProDiabetics isn't just about
Right.
algorithms and data points.
It's about people.
It's about understanding the needs and experiences of people with diabetes.
It's about empowering them
Yes.
to live healthier, more fulfilling lives.
Giving them the tools to navigate
Yeah.
the complexities of diabetes management.
And that's what makes this so compelling.
It is.
It's not just about the technology.
No.
It's about the people.
It's about the impact.
I think we need to dive a little deeper
Okay.
into that human side of the story.
Oh, right.
Remember Patrick's story
Yeah.
about his experience with low blood sugar?
Yeah, that scary one.
Yeah.
Where it affected his vision.
I think that's a perfect example of
Yeah.
why this work is so important.
Let's explore that.
As we're talking about all this amazing technology,
Yeah.
it's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but we need to remember what it's actually like to live with diabetes.
Yeah.
Remember Patrick's story
Oh, yeah.
about his blood sugar getting so low, it affected his vision?
That was powerful.
Really brought home the seriousness of this problem.
For sure.
Imagine being in that situation.
Scary.
Your vision blurring, your body failing you.
It's a reminder that for people with type 1 diabetes, managing blood sugar isn't just about convenience or performance. It's about safety.
And well-being.
Absolutely.
That's what I find so inspiring about ProDiabetics.
Me too.
They're not just creating a gadget or a fancy app.
Yeah.
They're developing tools to make a real difference.
Yeah, they want to empower people.
Give them knowledge, peace of mind.
Exactly.
It's a great example
Yeah.
of how technology can be a force for good.
When it's done right.
Right.
And it comes back to that idea of personalized data.
Giving people access to real-time insights about their bodies.
So they can become active participants.
In their own health.
Exactly.
It's not just relying on doctors.
Like outdated methods.
Right. It's about having the information.
The tools.
To make informed decisions.
In the moment.
That's what makes ProDiabetics so revolutionary.
Yeah, they're challenging the status quo.
Pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely. They're pioneers.
Yeah.
Forging a new path.
A future where diabetes doesn't have to be so scary.
So much uncertainty.
Right. And it's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about the ripple effect.
Imagine a world where people with diabetes feel more confident.
More empowered.
More in control.
That's a world I want to live in.
Me too.
Where diabetes doesn't define you.
Right.
It's just one aspect of your life.
That you can manage.
That's the message I hope our listeners take away.
I agree. A message of hope.
Empowerment.
The power of technology. When it's driven by compassion.
And understanding.
And as we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a question.
Cool.
If you could have access to any type of real-time personalized data about your health, what would it be?
Good question.
And how do you think it would change your life?
Those are fantastic questions. Keep those wheels turning, folks.
The future of health is being shaped right now?
It's a future where knowledge, personalization, and empowerment will be key.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries.